Well, hello, darlings. It's Miss Tia, and I'm back again. Woo-wee! I tell you what, these streets be hopping today. Crime is everywhere. I tell you. I don't even know why people even try to call these streets true crime. Because this little section over here, that ain't what this is. But anyway, how many times Miss Tia done told y'all, these people out on these streets are not your friends? Like, I'm not saying that you can't make a true friend online or anything like that. I'm not saying, but that friend then you get to know, like in real life, and I don't even know how to say it. The nature of these streets, this section of YouTube, is to, quote, become friends with somebody. Either you hate bonding, or you're becoming friends with them and you're getting personal information, you're recording everything they tell you privately, you're saving things that they shown you, you're saving, screenshots of them that might not be flattering. You're doing all this stuff, but you still, quote, their friend. And then the first time you have an argument, or they get more subscribers, they get more viewers, they went live at the same time you went live, whatever. Well, guess what? All that personal information of yours, that's going to be their content. Because that's how it works around here. And we saw a prime example of that today. Now, I went over to Granny's watching, and I got there a little bit late. She had already been live for a little bit, and Brittany J be up on the screen, and they yelling at each other. I'm going to tell you what, they yelling at each other so loud and talking over each other that you couldn't understand neither one of them. You catch a cuss word every now and then. Well, it got to where, they throwing out, like, accusations against each other. They both calling each other a liar. Then Brittany, she'd be talking about Granny's looks, body shaming, basically, talking about her features, saying she had a big nose or whatever. And then, Brittany said that Granny said she was fat. And, I don't even want to talk about that stuff, because body shaming is not okay. It's not okay. But a little history on these two ladies is that one time they was friends. You hear me now? YouTube friends. Well, apparently, the stuff they got on each other, now that they, quote, not friends anymore, they both willing to tell it. And, and I can kind of get that. If somebody's running their mouth about you and saying stuff about you, you want to come back at them, with some, ammunition of your own, so to speak. But, darlings, see, these streets are different than just like your real friends in your real life, because there's an easy solution. You just don't listen. You just don't go to their channel. You block them so you don't even see them when you're going in other chats. You can actually do that on these streets. But no, people don't want to do that because they want to know what the other one's doing. Well, apparently Brittany J had, I guess she was a member on Granny's Watching's channel. Seriously, come on now. Why you gonna be a member if you don't like her? Y'all not friends. Either she a member herself or she got somebody be a member so they can come back and report to her. Because somehow or another she found out Granny made a post about her in her members only section. And she was mad about that. Well, an easy fix would have been you would never even had to known about that. And when people come and try to tell you stuff, you tell them you don't want to hear it. But no, that's not what happened here. So they argue, and then Brittany gets off of Granny's panel, and she goes over and she starts her own live, where she's going to tell, quote, her truth. And then Granny, is telling her truth. And, there's something about, her truth and her truth, or his truth and her truth. There's always three sides. And you got one side, two sides, and then the truth. Okay? So there's a little bit of probably truth in what they're both saying. And sometimes people take things wrong. They take them different than you mean them, all of that. But let me tell y'all what Miss Tia saw today. I saw Brittany J. She been saying that Granny's watching at one time lied about having cancer. Well, you know, Granny kind of told the story about that after Brittany comes out with saying she lied. But first of all, why is medical information being shared? I'm telling you, Brittany showed on her screen on her live some medical documentation of Granny's. Now, she said Granny put that out. Granny said, no, she confided that information to a friend when she was, having some medical issues that, were troublesome. Well, either way, it don't matter, because Brittany, you shouldn't have been showing that on your live. You talk about what business is it of somebody else's about your personal life. Well, what business is it of yours about Granny's medical history? You can think she lied. Okay, so what? She says she didn't. So what? Like, you two are not friends anymore. Stop this mess. It's just content for you now. It's craziness. And Brittany, that was wrong, be showing those medical documentations up on your screen like that. That's like sick. That's gross. And then on the flip side of that, ain't nobody should be talking about nobody's kids or nobody's parenting. That should be off limits on these streets. And there was talk on both channels about each other's. Both channels. And that ain't right. You don't talk about the way somebody parents. And you don't bring up their children and their children's ages and if they have custody of their children. Or, stop it. You learn the majority of this stuff because you quote friends. And then when you're not friends, you're going to come back out and just start spewing this stuff out to people. It's not right. It is not right. And it's the kind of mess like that goes on these streets that it just turns people off. I mean, you got some people that just eat it up because they're not here to learn about missing children or help or try to, talk about true crime situations. No, they're here for just that. The drama, the mess, the nastiness. That's what they're here for. So you won't get them kind of people, but that's not the kind of people that, a lot of us want to be and even around, listen to, talk to, chat with. None of that mess. But yeah, I don't know how this mess got infiltrated, how these two, true crime, drama, all kind of got mixed together. I don't know what happened there. But man, I tell you what, they need to separate them. It need to be separated, because I'm ready. Show me where the streets are, where this stuff not happening, because that's where I want to head. But once again, Miss Tia just coming on here to tell y'all something, darlings. And I know some other stuff going on the streets today. Some Bullhorn Betty, all that mess, I know. And that be for another video. But I'm here to tell y'all right now. And y'all listen to me now, darlings. Be careful what you tell people that you meet on these YouTube streets. Be very careful. Don't share something with nobody that you're not comfortable with other people knowing and it being up on the screen talked about in a video or a live stream. Because that's what happens around here. And am I saying you can't make good friends? No, I'm not. But I'm saying this area, this is not where you want to meet your friends. Because people have other motives. And they screenshot, they record. Like Brittany talking about, how Granny has somebody recording the videos and that she does. But she over there with the medical papers that she obviously, had saved or somebody had saved. A voice clip of Granny from back when, back then when they was friends or something. Like, don't be talking about somebody doing something when you doing the same damn thing. Lord have mercy. Anyway, listen, darlings, these people on these streets, they not your friends. Y'all remember that, all right? All right, darlings, Miss T will see you soon. Bye now.